Stadium in Kansas City. This is Madden Football on EA Sports.
From his end zone is Byron Pringle. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31. So that one just a little touch pass, but it paid off quite handsomely.
Yeah, and let's face it, the quarterback loves it because it pads his stats as a completed pass for nice yardage downfield. But I like the way they get the receiver in motion. It's almost like he's running a route before he gets the football because he's got a full head of steam when the ball is popped in his direction.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Now here's Mahomes. A quick slant to Hill. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 20-yard line.
Probably mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it. And that's something you have to get ready for defensively because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move it back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet. And the Chiefs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Rolling to his right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Tyreek Hill there to make the grab. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Pulls it in at the 13. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
And the ball is knocked out, and I think the Chiefs have it. They do. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
To throw again on second down. Mahomes looking for Hill again. This time it's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right.
And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Mahomes finding Tyreek Hill. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. Butker on for the PAT. And it is now 21-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
21-0, our score after one. Darnold from the gun. And this is going to be incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Mahomes now to throw. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a big play there for the Chiefs.
Big plays are starting to become the trend here in this first half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. On 2nd and goal, Mahomes toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. Now Mahomes. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And the Panthers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Here's Darnold. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
On first down, Darnold. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Martin, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. Darnold will throw it on 3rd and 1, and that's incomplete.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
And here's Joseph Charlton now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Here's Hardman to return. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. And he's looked pretty good. Does have the 1 interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis?
They'll take the offset. When you talk about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown, but those things happen in the course of a ball game and over the course of a season. But throwing 2 touchdown passes, that's why the team has an advantage. That's what they're looking for more of.
They'll be hoping to make it a 3-to-1 ratio here in the second quarter.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground. When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, he's got to have that wrong, doesn't he? They declined that.
There's no doubt about it. Sorry to step on you there, partner, but let's go ahead and run this one together, right? Incomplete pass, yet they call pass interference, and somehow you're going to decline that.
I'm so confused.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it, and oftentimes...
But look at this, he's going to keep it. Oh, but he'll be stopped well short of the first down marker, and it's a turnover on downs. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. Sam Darnold and the Carolina offense set to take over here. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Darnold. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Taco Charlton able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Chiefs are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly... Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. Sam Darnold leading the offense out for their next possession. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the 3rd quarter. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. To throw again on 2nd down. Darnold, and the Chiefs are going to get him. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. On first down, it's Darnold. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. McCaffrey. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
3rd and 2, Darnold. He finds his man, complete. It's Moore. And he is going to have a Panthers first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Back to throw, Darnold. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
A third quarter action from Kansas City, 2nd down and 10. Here's Darnold. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
On first down, Mahomes. It's a slant to Hill. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 52 yards. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. From the 10. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Carolina offense about ready to go. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Throwing here on third down, Darnold. And he's taken down. A Cheifs sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
There's the Panthers punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense and Tyreek Hill heading back out onto the field. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't it?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Check.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense can crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And this pass broken up. But the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And he's got Hardman in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. Mecole Hardman, 30 yards. And the Chiefs have got it on cruise control. So definitely a good day's work throwing the football. Very good day's work. A 4th touchdown passes. They're really pouring it on.
Yeah, and so much for going into clock mode after getting that touchdown, right? Because you would think with the lead, 4th quarter, they might actually do that. No chance. They've kept attacking and got another touchdown pass as a result.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded right around the 8. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And
a big loss here as he's taken down. Taco Charlton picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. And Darnold got to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Another solid game-changing play for this defense with the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. Mahomes now on 1st down. That's going to be caught. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care.
And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that will extend this big lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. A gain of 6 there on 1st. From the 27, Darnold. That one going to be complete to David Moore. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Darnold. And Anderson's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. To the air again, Darnold. Thomas has got it, complete. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Chris Jones able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer?
And now off to the races down the right side. And this will set them up nicely deep down at KC territory. A big play there for Carolina.
Well, that's something you haven't had to talk about much this game. A nice big play right there. But this team, overall, they haven't done a whole lot offensively.
Well, they're still sitting on the goose egg. We talk about defenses having pride in a shutout. This offense wants to get rid of that 0. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Darnold. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. It was Frank Clark that time who got in there to bring him down. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And I tell you,